I assure you, probably still you get one and then you really won't know what war. Okay, sir, since I'll tell you now, so you probably know what war is. But I can boast that as far as we're concerned to this minute, to this time, you don't know what war is. You remember what I said? I said it is not killing, it is not shooting, it is not battle, it is not disagreement, it is not conflict. And of course, there's no a riot, it is not fighting. So the question you ask yourself is, what is war? Then the other important question is, why has it been difficult for mankind to do away with war? Every Friday, every Sunday, you go to church and pray for peace, to mosque and pray for peace. And yet, it has been difficult to eradicate war. An interesting question, can war be eradicated? Good, I know you fall into that trap. Why? I've told you now, as scholars, everything you see, you must have reason to back it up. Not just to know. If it is a no, you give us a reason. If it is a yes, you give us a reason. Because of our interest. And what interest is that? Yeah, how come we are not killing ourselves in this class? We don't have interest. Exactly. Why can't war be eradicated? God wanted it that way. So why can't war be eradicated? Okay, let's play with the definition of war. According to one funny gentleman, who is a professor of international relations, he said he was a philosopher actually, one of the ancient philosophers. You know what he said? He said, war is contention by force. He said, war is contention by force. Of course, we disagree with that definition. Right? War is contention, but contention is let me have your pen, give me your pen, take your pen, give me. That is contention. And that is what the man is calling for. So war is contention by force. So we disagree with that definition. So that means there should be more to war than just I want this pen, you don't want that pen, or you give me your shoe, you are not giving me my shoe, you are not giving me your shoe. But the man said war is contention by force. So we say we disagree with that definition. Thomas Hobbes, one of the very famous British philosopher. Thomas Hobbes, also a political scientist if you like, he said, war is a state of contention. He said, war is a state of contention between two things. Again, we disagree with that definition. He said, war is a state of contention between two things. Again, I said we disagree with that definition. Things could be two goats and two chickens. Things could be, I don't know, animals, not Australia first. So what goes beyond that? It's like between two things. Can you remember NSAS? Can you call NSAS war? Why? People didn't die? And then why did you say no? It was a protest and it ended peacefully. You can't say war is just about killing, because if war is about killing, then just killing. NSAS will actually be called the war. Do you know why they call it the Nigerian Civil War? So of course we disagree with that man's definition that war is a contention by force. Now we go to K.J. Holsty. This man is a professor of international relations. Holsty is H-O-L-S-T-I. Holsty is H-O-L-S-T-I. Now he said war, according to Holsty, is any major conflict. Now listen, he said war, according to Holsty, is any major conflict with a casualty figure that is above 1,000. War is any major conflict with a casualty figure that is above 1,000. Of course, we disagree. What the man is saying is that when they are killing, you have to be counting the dead people. It's when it hits 1,000 and it's war. If it is less than 1,000, then according to this man, that stuff is not war. And that was why I said we disagree with his definition. Can I continue? Yes. Now, see, why I'm wasting time on this definition thing is this. We need a definition of war that is universal. We need a definition of war that is universal. That is a definition that will capture Yoruba war, Igbo war, Hausa war, Nigerian Civil War, World War, then all those wars they were fighting in Nigeria for independence. The Kitwara War, then the one they will teach you in Lagos, Olobiroro War, and one war that they were just killing themselves, but it's not making any sense. So we need a definition of war that is all-encompassing. In war, one thing happens. In war, people die, they kill. So you cannot say because it's a white man's war that they use bomb, the Yoruba war they don't use bomb, that is not war. In war, it has that major ingredient, death. War is very easy party. When you are involved in war, of course, it's either you kill or you are killed. So all wars have that characteristics. So any definition of war you are going to give has to be applicable to all conflict situations. Not that you say Yoruba war is different from white man's war. No. This explanation is crucial and it's important. I said you need a definition of war that is all encompassing. And not the one that said the one for Lagos is war, then the one for Ogun is not war. No. War is war. War has absolutely nothing to do with the implement you are using to prescribe that war. Think of Yoruba war now. Yoruba war mostly, they don't use bomb, they don't use rockets. Have you forgotten? And they don't use AK-47 now. What they use is Ifupa, if you say Panther, but the point is they still call it war. Wait, when they are teaching this on Lagos history, there was this bombardment or something that the Yorubas fought the British. What did you think the Yorubas were using to fight the British? Rocket launchers? No, now, Shigidi, Ibante, Ifupa, and all those things. And you know, Yorubas love to recite things before they kill you. That thing takes time. But this is the key. At the end of the day, you end up being dead. And that is why that stuff is war. So it has something to do with the implement. As it is. We'll get to that definition later. So we need a definition that covers all wars. A 200 level student is a student, 300 level is a 400 level, 100, they are all students. Not that there's a different definition for 100 level, there's a different definition for 200 level, there's 300 level and 400 level. You are all students of Lagos State University. Please, can I continue? Yeah. Okay, so we'll go to this wonderful man. I think he's one of the best. Walter Jones. Walter Jones. Jones said war is the use of violence. War is the use of violence by social units to achieve political objective. War is the use of violence by social units to achieve political objective. And we're now getting there. Now, from that definition, one thing you discover is that war is a tool. War is a tool. War is not good and it is not bad. It's just a tool, like your pen. Your pen is not evil. Your pen is not good. Your pen is just a tool and you use it to achieve objective. You can use this pen to sack your worker, and you can also use the pen to promote the worker. So your pen is a tool. Your phone is a tool. You can use the phone to threaten that you have to collect money, and you can still use that phone again to tell somebody that you actually want a jackpot. So war is a tool, and as a tool, you use war to achieve an objective. War is not good and war is not bad. That one really means to war. War is a tool. You use war to achieve objective. So that means when you go to war, you must have a reason. And when you go to war, you want to achieve that objective. Again, I'll repeat, war is a tool. That is why war can never be eradicated. Cheating is a tool. No matter the amount of prayer and threat and hellfire, students will still cheat. Yes, because they don't see it as something bad or something good. They see it as a means to an end. War is a means to an end to achieve an objective. Think now, when you are writing exams and you are cheating, and she's not cheating, and she's not cheating, and he's not cheating, and you are the one cheating, they will be feeling bad for you. You won't feel bad, you are the one cheating. They will be shaking their head. Remember, you are cheating for a reason, for a purpose, not to fail. So at that particular point in time, what you are doing is not bad to you. In fact, if they should report you, you feel bad. You get angry. And you never forgive them for doing that to you. Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Most times when someone is cheating in examination hall, you even feel bad that the person is not sharing with you are not writing, but if this person is, and you know the person is cheating, you'll be praying that you should catch that person. So cheating, from that perspective, is not bad and it's not good. It is just meant to achieve an objective. And the objective is to pass it. That is what this man has actually said war is. And I subscribe to that. That's the realist interpretation of what war is. War is a tool. And as a tool, it's a means to an end. It's not the end in itself. You use war to achieve an objective. Can I continue? Now, according to that gentleman, he said war is the deliberate use of violence. Planned. That is the key. It's not random. Deliberate use of violence. War is the deliberate, planned, systemic use of violence by political units, and I'll explain why I use more political units, by political units to achieve political objectives within the international political system. War is the deliberate use of violence by political units, deliberate, planned, systemic use of violence by political units to achieve political objectives within the international political system. And be very careful. If I had said by state, then the question you'd have asked is, how about when the Biafrans fought Nigeria? Biafra was not a state, they were never a state. And yet they fought Nigeria, and we call it a civil war. Or how about when Boko Haram is busy fighting Nigeria? Boko Haram is not a state. And yet, we call what we are doing with Boko Haram a war. In fact, that was what I said in 2010, 16, when I wrote that paper, Nature of Nigeria's Boko Haram War. Boko Haram is a political unit. Nigeria is a political unit. Biafra is a political unit. So war, like I said, is the use of violence by political units. They are not just fighting themselves, they have a reason to achieve political objective. Exactly. So that was why I said war is a tool. It is not something you do randomly. You have a reason for using war. So I said planned and systemic use of deliberate use of no mistake, deliberate use of violence by those people, by those units to achieve political objective within the international political system. Please, can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Quickly, reasons for war. Reasons for war. Now there are roughly 15 reasons for war. There are roughly 15 reasons for war. You know, as a student, I came across 5 on the graduate level, and I was happy thinking about having master at war. Then when I was doing my masters, I came across 15 for war. Again, I felt important, at least I know why to show themselves and the rest of the country. But when I was doing my PhD, I came across only one reason for war. Now, the first reason why you have war, is what we call power asymmetry. Power asymmetry. Or if you like, I say power imbalance. The first reason why you have war is power asymmetry or power imbalance. 2, power transition. Power transition. Power movement. Power transition. 3. Yeah, I think I know this third one. International social Darwinism. Charles Darwin. International social Darwinism. 4. Devil's theory. Yeah, devil's theory. Satan's theory. Issues theory. Since you agree that war is evil and it's bad, it must have come from the devil. It's not that simple. So there's a devil's theory. 5. Social atavism. ATE, VISN. social atavism. Sorry. That those are 5 major reasons. Those are 5 major reasons why you have war. Those are 5 major reasons why you have war. Power asymmetry, power transition, social atavism, what's that thing again? Separatism, then the devil's theory. Let's start with that social atavism. Let's start with that social atavism. Now, social atavism simply says that we are wired biologically to be aggressive. We are wired biologically to be aggressive. It's in your genes to be wicked, to be evil, to be nasty, to be bad. That we are wired logically to be peaceful. Yeah, that is in the gene. So in Nigeria, which is the most aggressive tribe? Exactly, you have a tribe of mind. Outside that is aggressive tribe. For all the tribes in Nigeria, which of them enjoys human rituals? Of all the tribes we get in Nigeria, which one has the best agberos? Now, the one that is good at carrying drugs. Finally, which tribes has the most homosexuals? I've just noticed. I don't know how they do that thing. It's best suya makers in the world outside. And there is no way you buy meat in Yoruba land without getting it from Muslims. It's Muslims now that sell meat, that kill that cow. It's Muslims, not you don't see Christians doing that stuff. Now, what that thing is saying is the same thing with social atavism. That mankind has that seed of destruction within himself to destroy. That is unexplainable. I don't know your childhood. When we were young, there's this myth that, I remember this that. That thing has not offended anybody. I mean, the thing is just minding his business, minding the work. You just wake up, you yawn, and you pick so that this is actually. And the shocking thing is, when you kill it, you leave it and you continue. Not that you are picking it and you are going to kill it. No, you just kill the thing and you are satisfied. Now, it is the same with social atavism. That mankind has a will to dominate. The mankind has that will to dominate. You can't explain it. It is normal. That we all have that way. All of us have that within us. Sometimes you cannot call it different names. You can't call it ambition. Then you have pride, you have vision, you have objective. You know, in the presence of trying to achieve your vision, your ambition, your objective, you destroy others in that process. Vladimir Putin is a good example. You say Russia has always been an aggressive state. It's their gene. You can't explain it. North Korea, another example. It is the same with social atavism for states. That sometimes you don't have a reason. But what they call that thing? Bullies. Can you remember them? When you were in secondary school? What was your crime? You dress fine. Your parents gave you food. You have water bottle. Like you have this class. That is your crime. You always smile. You always happy. Then you walk for work. You always passive. And you know that is just the crime. Even if you try to tell them, if you fail next step and you still pass, they still get angry. So there was a lady this year, I think this year or last year, with her friend. They are about, I think 16, 14 years old. They killed another girl because the girl was too happy. Breathing. All these people running to the party. A lot of crazy things going on in those there. They invited her over to their park. One park of things, I think something like all this happening, and they stabbed her multiple times and killed her. So when they now asked her why did they say they just didn't like the girl, the girl just looked too contented. You know, Yoruba will say, oh, why or something that thing is not ordinary. But then, for war, it's the same impulse that pushes states to try to destroy other states. And that's why I said social atavism. What they call it, animalistic tendency. That we all have it. But civilization is what is aiming it for us now, as it is. It's only you that knows what you do behind closed doors when you are alone in your room. You can see gentle, you can be nice, but maybe when you are alone, you dance naked in your room. I don't know. It's only you that knows what you do in your room. Can I continue? Yes. 2. International social Darwinism. International social Darwinism. That's one of the most dangerous reasons for war. According to that theory, to international social Darwinism, it is the business of the strong to destroy the weak. When you are weak, you survive. And when you are weak, you are slated to destruction. It is the business of the strong to destroy the weak. And that's why you get war. That weakness invites aggression. Weakness invites, and yes, when you are weak, others who are stronger have the right to destroy you. That was how the Second World War actually started. Germany was stronger. Austria was weak. Czechoslovakia was weak. So Germany invaded them. Russia, Ukraine. Russia was strong. Ukraine looks weak. Then of course now, Russia invaded Ukraine. When you are weak, of course you are destroyed. Your weakness invites aggression. It's not that easy. That your weakness invites. I've forgotten. When you are confronted by a dog, they will tell you don't run. Don't show fear. That the dog can read meanings to your action. It's only in movies they will tell you to dominate the dog. Look at the dog in the eye. Stand your ground. So when the lion is looking at you, don't bite, just look into the eyes of the lion. Don't shift. When the lion roars at you, you roar. Fear. That's how I call it international social Darwinism. That it is not wickedness, it's only natural. When you are weak, you are destroyed. It's not that simple. So you are alive now. I forgot. And that's why you don't have flies around you. You are alive now. Once you are dead, now you see flies coming. Remember now, they are now able to come and enter into the body and make sure. And because you are no longer breathing, you are dead. You can't shake them off, so you are now weak. And it's the same with war. So when you are weak, it is the business of, I think the Bible says something like that, that from the people that dwell on earth, they will take from them and give to you that earth. When you are weak, you invite aggression from other states. That it is the business of the stronger state to destroy the weak. In fact, most wars have been fought based on that principle. That, I don't know, you have natural resources, you are weak, I'm strong, I don't have that natural resources, and I need it. And I've told you to give me, you're not even there, no problem. Then I come with my guns, shoot you, kill you, then I will take those natural resources. What I've said is not just an example. That was exactly what America did to Iraq in 1991 and 2003. They have the natural resources, the oil in Iraq. America is interested in that. They've been talking to Iraq. America got tired. They invaded, killed the guy, and took the oil. Because we were weak. That is why North Korea has always remained strong. It's always exploding bomb. I'm not weak, I'm ready. Your 300 them, we talk more about that thing. It's arms control and someone better. And that's what someone target. 3, devil's theory. That's what you put it for. Devil's theory, or sometimes called the military-industrial complex, simply means that it is the profit that people will make from war that makes them to start war. In other words, war is profitable. That war is a business. That there is profit, there is money to be made in warfare. Since there is money to be made in warfare, people will always start a war. If your dad or your mom as a businessman or woman, is a bullet maker or a gun maker, you will never pray for peace in your household. When there is peace, you starve to death now. It's not that simple. If your mom or your dad, they are bullet makers, not sellers, you will never pray for peace. Because when there is peace, your people will starve to death. There will be poverty in your family. The only way you can make money is when there is war. When there is war, people will be forced to buy more guns and more bullets. And that was why they call it the devil's theory. And it's the same thing they say about coffee makers. All these days will never die. No, they don't say amen to that. If people don't die, how will they make their money? That's why they call it the That's why they call it the devil's theory. Some people will never pray for any war to come to an end. When the war comes to an end, they stop making their profit. It is when there is war that they make money. It's just that simple. You know how much people make from cheating? I'm not talking of just cheating. I'm talking about those that have turned the jam into an industry. That have turned WAEC into an industry. All these things you call special, what they call them, special centers. And you're not saying they should eradicate. No. For them, it is good that people are failing normally. And it is when you fail normally that they make their own money. They are the answers to your problem of failure. It's the same with work. So work, according to that theory, is profitable. In fact, I've said this time down. What is a business? It's a physical business. It's a normal business. And since war is a business, you wouldn't want anybody to eradicate war. Since you are making money from war, it's not that simple. War is a business. There is profit in war. Since you are making money from war, why would you want war to be eradicated? And for every war that America has been fighting all over the world, they are making money. Not just them now, the man selling the army goods, the one selling the army shoe, the one selling the gun, the bullet. They are all making money. They want to bury their food. They are making money. So to you, war is negative, but to them, war is positive. And that was why they call it the devil's theory. That they make money from it, 1, 2, since they make money, but they would never want that thing to come to an end forever. That was why war was actually referred to as the devil's theory. And I also call it the military-industrial complex. That is, people in the military, they want war. For example, it is when there is war as a military officer that you get rapid promotion. When there is no war, it takes time. They won't know how strong you are, you can dodge bullets and kill people. So if you've been on a particular stage for maybe 10 years, and you want to be promoted, you just, oh God, let there be war. When there is war, you show your bravery. We don't know who is brilliant or who is not brilliant in this class now. It's when you've written the exam that we know, based on that score. If there is no exam, you can all be insulting yourself, you are at the same level. But after exam, you have 5 points and she has 1 point. I mean, there's a clear difference between the two. It's the same with that thing called war. For the military, when we had independence, after the first military coup, most of those during Nigeria, those military guys were young guys. Even after the military coup, they were young guys now. They had already attained the positions of a major general. Some of them got rapid promotion as a result of the civil war. They displayed their bravery at killing people. But because of that, they were promoted rapidly. Not now. Now you now hear, I've been on that clinic for 10 years, no promotion. I've been on it for 12 years, no promotion. But then now, within the year, you have been promoted 2-3 times. Based on the bravery you've displayed. You shot you in the hand, you still use the other hand, you shot somebody, you still carry somebody, you ran on that part. That is why they call it the devil's theory or military industrial complex. Can I continue? Yes. 5, separatism. Separatism. When a group or a tribe within a state, when a group or a tribe within a state that is part of that state now tries to break away from that state. When an ethnic group that is part of a state tries to break away from that state to form their own independent state. When an ethnic group that is part of a state tries to break away to form their own independent state, that's what we call separatism. Then Niger Delta militants, they tried to establish the state for their own people. Yorubas under Igbo, they also tried to, based on ethnic activity, we are Yorubas of the Jebu stock. We are no longer interested in being part of Nigeria. But when they try to break away from Nigeria, of course, Nigeria will fight them, but in the process, you get there, war. So if there is not thinking, that's exactly what they want for Nigeria. For Nigeria to become fragmented. During the last election, you hear the Igbo say they want to go their own way, instead of IPOP. Then you hear the Hausa saying they want to go their own way, Arewa. Then of course, now you have the Yoruba Yoruba too, wanting to go their own way. That's separatism. If they try to pull Nigeria forcefully at the same time, of course, Nigeria will try to defend itself, then you get that thing called war. So that was why I said separatism is an important sort of warfare within the international system. Is there any question?